Hello, guys. Welcome back to Barbie Talk.
Hello, my name is David.
Yes, David's back with me on Barbie Talk after almost 2 years. So, let's talk about different Barbie dolls of our generation. Well, different generation. So, I got this 2019 Asian Ken, the very first Ken doll that is Asian. Which I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah, that is really neat. I like his shirt.
Yeah, well, this is a fashion pack.
The first Asian Ken. Oh.
Yeah, so he has a mohawk, and so when you turn his head, you can see his. It's kind of like from the karate, like Cobra Kai, that one kid with the mohawk.
And what year was this?
2019.
2019.
So
okay.
recently.
Yeah.
He has pale skin and brown eyes and Asian features. His head cannot move up and down, so it's just a swivel head. But then his arms can come out, and then his legs. But see, he doesn't have the knees that bend like they used to. Which I can understand, because the knees that bend are harder to put clothes on.
Oh, are they? Yeah, I can imagine the legs get stuck.
So then we also have a Latino Ken. So, compared to an original Ken body, he is a slimmer Ken, and he's a little bit shorter than the average male. As you can tell, he's very thin, and so when he left up his shirt, he does have somewhat of a chest, but it's very slim.
Like abs and.
Kind of. He's also the first Ken doll with a beard. Well, actually, not really, but there was Shaving Fun Ken from the 90s that had a beard, but this is a permanent beard. This is not one that you can shave off. And he has like a 90s style hairstyle. What he's modeling after was the 1992 Totally Hair Ken because of his, the patterns in the shoes. And then we have this one. This is an African American Barbie. So the first African American Barbie was introduced in 1967 as Black Francie.
And is this the first black one, or is this?
Oh, this gets even better. So in 1968, Barbie's friend was Christy, the very first African American Barbie friend for Barbie. By 1980, Katie Black Perkins was the designer for Mattel, and she said, well, I have an idea for diversity for little girls and boys, that they can have a black Barbie with an afro. And so when Black Barbie first came out, she wore an ensemble like this dress that's sparkly and beautiful. However, this is a repro, sort of. So instead of ankle-strap shoes, she has these lacy, high-heeled boots type of thing. Yeah, and see, you can tell that it's a sparkle material.
It is. Yeah, I like that's different.
So let's go back to the year 1991 when we had budget Barbies. I got this one at Savers, like I said last year, for $2. And when I got her, she was in this ugly dress. So she is Fashion Play Barbie from 1991, but I call her Christy because, as you can see, she uses the Christy head mold of the 90s. So see, compared to, these are very light plastic. This is pretty much like heavier plastic. So see, she can move and bend her knees. She has a twisting turn waist. Her head can move, and then she has the arms that just go up and down. By 1988, this is when Christy got her first head mold after 20 years of being Barbie's friend. Then by the late 90s, she became, one time she had the Nichelle head mold, but then she used Asha's face mold for the rest of the time before she was discontinued. Now, Shawnee, this is another budget doll of today, like of the 2020s. And this one is supposed to be Shawnee. Shawnee is like one of my favorite Barbies, however, her hair is not like this. It's not very soft. It's very rough and coarse feeling. It's polypropylene. But Shawnee is actually really gorgeous because she's a darker skin tone than a normal African American can be. She has more of a rounder face than Christy or Daya. So Daya and Shawnee don't have the same face, shape. She has kind of like a pinkish lip, but mostly neutral, and then she has brown eyes. Her articulation is she can just move at the head. Arms can just go up and down, and her knees just go back and forth.
So she can bend at the knee.
A little bit, but not like click. They're just stationary.
Yeah.
So the history of Asha was 1991 was Kitty Black Perkins. She wanted to make a doll line just for African American girls who represented them. And so Shawnee was actually not as popular as a Barbie back then. Like, she could wear Barbie clothes and still do Barbie stuff. It was just not popular. But then in 1996, when Sparkle Beach Barbie and her friends came out, Sparkle Beach Christy did not use her Christy face mold. She used the Shawnee head mold. Just for that year. Yeah, it's pretty interesting how far diversity has become.
So how many Barbie face molds are there?
Tons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, lots and lots of Barbie face molds.
Is there one, like, original Barbie face mold, and then all the others are friends of Barbie, or...
Yeah. The original Barbie face mold is actually not used anymore.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I can see it becoming outdated.
Yeah, but I think that's so nice is that Mattel can reuse, like, Christie's face mold and reuses the Shawnee head mold.
Yeah.
I don't know, she does look more like a real woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more natural.
Mm-hmm. This one is natural, too, because she looks like an African-American from the 90s.
Yeah.
This one not so much, though.
Yeah, does it, like, look like a person?
Yeah, this is more of like a car. I mean, don't get me wrong, Day is really pretty and stunning, but I think she could use, more like a real realistic human face, because this looks like a cartoon character, kind of.
Yeah.
Now, see, the Kens do look like real human, like, this is like your Hispanic...
Yeah. I'd say it's a lot more, natural.
More natural features, like, of a Hispanic male.
Well, maybe the hair being plastic, too, has something to do with it.
Right, but this is actually a natural hairstyle for a male as well. Mm-hmm. This can be a natural hairstyle, but most Asian men don't really have mohawks.
And I think the facial hair for the Latino Ken does make him look more realistic, too.
Yeah, the Latino Ken has facial hair, and I think what's so nice about Mattel with their new diversity of Ken is that not everyone has a different body mold.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not everyone is like the same size as this. There are men that are slim. There are men who are broad, like me. There are men who are who have a prosthetic leg or. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so amazing that Mattel is finally making him more diverse now. And it's so neat though, because like you can see some of his muscles on his arms. I don't know, his legs are very thin, like for example, like the Asian Ken, they're like, they're the same thing as the Asian Ken. He doesn't have much muscle on his joints. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
I like that. So which one's the oldest one? Is it this one technically?
This one.
Okay.
1991.
The $2 Barbie. 1991. Yeah. And then is she second oldest?
No, these are pretty much modern.
Oh, all the other ones are modern. Okay, because this one's the reprint. Right.
Repro. But she's a fashionista. But this one is more of a budget doll. Like, typical fight. Yeah, I feel her hair does not feel soft.
Yeah.
That's polypropylene.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think the sad thing with polypropylene, it's so... I'm not being mean about Mattel, but it's very cheap feeling.
Uh-huh.
And you can't really do anything with it. It just stays...
in the same shape.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that, these are for little kids, who... and these are for people who can't afford, like, the very high-end expensive Barbies. And so they just go to the store and... if you're going on a very long trip, you want your little boy or girl want to have a Barbie, for $5, then they can get that for their long trip.
Mm-hmm.
Her pixelation is not that bad. It's a little bit pixelated, but it's not...
Oh, yeah.
It's not as pixelated as other Barbies I've seen.
Yeah, some are kind of bad.
Oh, you've seen the pixelation too?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Pretty ugly.
yeah.
And see, the sad thing is that because Mattel now uses a cheaper plastic, their knees are no longer bendable. But I think in a way that's kind of good because, it'll be easier for a little boy or girl to, dress her or her Barbie up.
Oh, easier. Yeah.
I mean, that's neat that they have bendable legs, but it's not.
Yeah. I do like how it's a little bendable, but also
Like,
then you can stand them up easier.
right. I mean, okay, for example, this is a budget Barbie doll from 1991. It's for, because, the Barbies with the bent arms, like Lice and Lace Barbie, all that, they were very expensive. And this is like a $5 or $7 Barbie, or if you're going to, if you can't afford anything, it's, hey, this is, it's still a Barbie, it's just not, it's just a straight arm doll. But I think this is perfect for little boys and girls to take on a road trip, to play with in the car, or just to style their hair and, take them by the poolside and, pose them like this, like she's in the poolside. And what's so cool is that they can sit easily with the bendable legs. Yeah, so this was Diversity of Barbie Talk. It's pretty neat how far we've came with so much, African Americans, Latinos, everything.
That's crazy that it took to 2019 to have a Asian Barbie.
Oh no, actually the first Asian Barbie was 1981. It was just the first Asian Ken.
Oh, interesting. First Asian Ken.
But when Asian Barbie came out in 1981, she was called Oriental Barbie. And to this day, some people are very, sensitive about what you're saying.
Oriental Barbie, yeah. I could see that seeming a bit unfair. Yeah.
But that was in the early 80s, and that was the time when it was called Asian or Oriental, or Island Pacifica.
Yeah.
Actually, the first Asian Barbie for Barbie's friend was Nico, and that was 1986. And then by 1990, we got Kira. And Kira was Barbie's friend until 2001. And then in 2002, we had Leah, which is another Barbie friend that was Asian, Island Pacifica, from 2002 to 2006. Yeah, so it's came far.
Nice.
And in fact, Shawnee is actually Swahili. I think Swahili for beauty or something.
Shawnee?
That's Swahili.
Huh. I like that name. Shawnee.
Oh, it's Hebrew for scarlet. Oh, okay, so marvelous. Okay, so Shawnee is Swahili for marvelous. Well, she is marvelous and pretty. Well, that was actually Barbie Talk, and this was 13 minutes and 16 seconds.
Bye.
See you guys later. We'll do another one tomorrow.